Hey, welcome to BNS About Movies. A lot of times folks will talk about video nasties. This movie today is on the Section 3 group of films, which couldn't be prosecuted for obscenity, but were liable to be seized and confiscated under a less obscene charge. But when you're thinking of a video nasty, this is probably the movie that you should be thinking of. Don't Answer the Phone from 1980.
Run if you must.
Hello, operator. It's an emergency. Can you help me?
Hide if you can. Scream if you are able.
Who's there?
But above all, if you are alone, don't answer the phone. He is out there, somewhere in the crowd, behind you, beside you, ready to kill again.
No attempt to conceal the body. It's almost like he wanted it to be discovered.
The nurse, the model, the starlet, the student, the secretary.
I am frightened of you. What does that do to you?
All men I killed and raped them all. No one can stop me.
You recognize this person?
Because I'm too strong.
He had done it before. He would do it again. He is doing it now. Don't answer the phone.
One of the sleazier movies you're going to see, you might want to listen to this episode in the shower. Outside of films like Water Power and Bloodsucking Freaks, this might be one of the worst not worst movies, but scummiest movies I've ever seen. Every single character is a horrible person. Even the protagonists. You're going to need a Silkwood shower after this. Former paratrooper and powerlifter, and later born-again Christian Nicholas Worth plays Kirk Smith. Also a veteran and bodybuilder. He has talent when it comes to lighting and composition of porn, which given the ability to offend everyone, even scumbags like everyone in this movie, when he's not grunting and lifting weights. He's calling the talk show of Dr. Lindsay Gleo. Flo Lawrence, also in Schizoid, Over the Top, and Lords of Salem. When he gets on the air, he speaks in fake accents and complains that he has migraines and blackouts.
You hear that, Dr. Gale?
Oh my God.
Dr. Gale is on the air. While there's no radio station thanked in the end credits, it's obviously this isn't a set, and the film was shot in an unused production studio somewhere inside a real Los Angeles radio station. All of this would be fine if he wasn't stalking and killing women right and left. Not unlike the Hillside Stranglers of real life. That makes sense, as this movie was shot under the working title The Hollywood Strangler. None of it was shot with permits either. Somewhere along the way, someone said, let's call it Don't Answer the Phone. That's a better title, and also, should we back off on just how scummy this is? Cashing in on a murder, the movie's bad enough.
Shut up! I'll tear your kid off! Shut up!
But it gets worse. He not only kills women, he has intimate relations with their dead bodies before conducting religious ceremonies, trying to talk with his dead dad, and crying.
Well, Dad, are you proud of me now?
There are two detectives, Hatcher, played by Ben Frank from Death Wish 2, and McCabe, James Westmoreland, who was in Stacy, and was at one point married to Kim Darby. He's also in The Undertaker and His Pals. They're on the case. It feels like they're overworked, on the edge, and perhaps just as bad as the criminals thereafter. There's also a porn dealer named Sam Gluckman, played by Chuck Mitchell, who would one day be Porky himself from Porky's, a role that's somehow packed with more class in this movie. The sheer amount of salaciousness in the scenes he's in fills the scene with bile. Dr. Gale and McCabe quickly go from love to hate. Neither actor liked one another much, so Lawrence, who played Gale, would eat onions, and Westmoreland, who's McCabe, would not shave on the day that their romantic and tender scene was shot. Of course, it ends with Smith attacking Dr. Gale, McCabe saving her, shooting the stranger many, many times before he falls into a swimming pool, upon which the hero, I mean, as much as someone could be a hero, says,
Adios, creep.
Director Robert Hammer, a one-and-done wonder. Sure, he made documentaries on Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young and the Steve Miller Band, but that's it. Afterwards, he became a CFO for several companies. I wonder if anyone said, hey, did you know our CFO made Don't Answer the Phone? This was written by Michael Castle, who was an actor. He's in films like Galaxina and Gas, or It Became Necessary to Destroy the World in Order to Save It. It's the only movie he ever wrote, but it's based on the novel Nightline by Michael Curtis. Keep an eye out for April 1978 Playboy Playmate of the Month, Pamela Jean Bryant as Sue Ellen. If you watched any 70s and 80s films that probably only I care about, like Hots or Lunch Wagon, you'll know who she is. Dale Kalberg, who's also in Mistress of the Apes and Sex World, is another victim. Suzanne Severeid, who's a former model, plays another prostitute who ends up on Kirk's miss list of crimes. Interestingly enough, her husband was a World War II Dutch resistance fighter who was hired by the Simon Wiesenthal Center to hunt Dr. Joseph Mengele down in real life. Gail Jensen is another victim in this movie. She also performed the song Sweater Girl from the movie of the same name, as well as 2 songs on the Maniac Cop soundtrack. But do you want it to get crazier? Of course you do. She also wrote The Unknown Stuntman, the theme from Lee Majors' The Fall Guy, along with being married to David Carradine, who she's in alongside in Future Zone. Despite my warnings of this movie, you should know that I loved every single minute of it. I'm not ashamed. I mean, that's part of the fun. Lord movies are the best. If you have a similar mind, the mind of a maniac, a natural born killer since you came out the nutsack, you'll probably feel the same way. You can get this on the amazing Mill Creek Pure Terror set, but really, you want the Vinegar Syndrome one. You want a movie this disreputable to look as good as it can. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to hear me talk about any other video nasties, or perhaps movies that have a little more artistic, you know what? F it. I'm not going to say that. I mean, these are the movies I'd rather talk about. Come to BNS About Movies. Send an email to me at bnsboutmovies@gmail.com. Enjoy movies. Enjoy life.